From the Detroit Free Press, it's Thursday, June 3rd. Here are today's top stories, presented by Bush's Fresh Food Market. Calling all foodies, Bush's is hiring. Are you passionate about food, looking for growth, development, and excellent wages? Come grow with Bush's and apply online at bushes.com/join our team. That's Bush's, BUSCHS.com/join our team.
This is Phoebe Wall-Howard, an automotive reporter at the Detroit Free Press. Ford Motor Company has hired Carolyn Adler Morales from the Office of the Obamas, where she has worked as communications director for Michelle Obama and strategic communications advisor for President Obama. Morales is 38 years old and a native of California. She is based in Washington, D.C. Her work for Ford Motor Company will focus on raising its profile in areas that connect the company to the consumer and work on sustainability, electrification, corporate giving, and defining new audiences. She will also work directly with Executive Chairman Bill Ford. She will begin on July 12th. This is the second high-profile hire since presidential candidate John Huntsman joined Ford Motor Company, also in a role created specifically for him. Go to freep.com for more.
This is Emma Stein for the Detroit Free Press. Some are calling chlorine tablets the toilet paper of 2021 as the nation faces what experts say is the worst chlorine shortage in decades. Chlorine is crucial for public health and used as a disinfectant to kill any germs and diseases that might be floating around in your pool. The shortage is due to both an increased demand for pool supplies during the pandemic and a decrease in supply after a chemical fire at a biolab facility in Louisiana knocked out one of the country's 3 main chlorine manufacturers. As prices skyrocket for tablets, the most popular form of chlorine for backyard pool owners, customers are turning to powder and liquid forms of chlorine, as well as saltwater systems. At the end of the day, experts say there is still plenty of pool disinfectant to go around and caution against panic purchasing and stocking up on chlorine tablets. For more on this, check out freep.com.
I'm Frank Witzel with the Detroit Free Press. State conservation officials are trying to track down who killed an albino deer that was found Sunday in Irons in Lake County. Michigan Department of Natural Resources officials said this week in a Facebook post that the deer was shot with a crossbow out of season, likely from a road between 5 and 7 p.m., and was found at the edge of a resident's yard. The post sparked outrage. Hundreds of angry and bewildered commenters said they felt the poacher was complete evil and a disgrace for killing such a rare animal that was known by local residents. The poacher or poachers, they said, should be shamed, caught, prosecuted, put behind bars, and worse. Shot by a crossbow from a car, one person said. I'd like to round up the perpetrators and inflict the same. Another suggested the deer slayer should be mounted. Others remarked that humanity seems to have lost its sense of morality and posted photos that had been taken of the deer and signs, presumably from the area, that said, "Don't shoot, leave the white deer for generations to come." Estimates of how common a white deer vary, with one naturalist estimating that they are born once in about 20,000 births, some saying the chances of occurring are even rarer, 1 in 100,000. DNR officials are asking anyone with information to contact the state's poaching hotline. Tipsters may qualify for a reward.
I'm Adrienne Roberts reporting for the Detroit Free Press. After sitting empty for nearly 2 decades, the Brodhead Naval Armory on Jefferson Avenue finally has a buyer. And it's the Parade Company, the nonprofit that organizes America's Thanksgiving Day Parade. They got Detroit City Council approval Tuesday to buy the building for $300,000. Now, City Council members discussed the proposal for about an hour, raising concerns over what they said may be somewhat of a low sale price given that this is riverfront property. But ultimately, the project was approved, with only 2 council members voting no on the sale. Eventually, the Parade Company plans to renovate the front half of the building and demolish the back half to make way for a new addition, and they'll move their headquarters there. But there's still a long way to go. First, the Parade Company needs to raise as much as $40 million to redevelop the building. And then Tony Michaels, the president and CEO, will have to work out a plan to save whatever artwork remains. The Armory was once home to the largest collection of federally funded Depression-era artwork in any building in Michigan, according to historicdetroit.org.
I'm Kirkland Crawford with the Free Press Sports Department with a quick check on the Detroit Pistons. The team made it official on Wednesday, naming John Beilein as the team's senior advisor for player development. Now, if you're asking yourself, did he say John Beilein as in the former coach of the Michigan Wolverines? Then here's your answer. Yes, that John Beilein. The 68-year-old was forever associated with college basketball and helped revive the Michigan program, leading it to a pair of national championship games. But 2 years ago, he left U of M to coach the NBA's Cleveland Cavaliers. Things didn't work out there at all, winning just 14 of his 54 games before resigning. But Beilein is renowned for his ability to develop players. Just ask guys like Trey Burke, Tim Hardaway Jr., Duncan Robinson, Karis LeVert, all of whom carved out nice NBA careers after their time in Ann Arbor.
For more stories from the Detroit Free Press, be sure to check out freep.com. That's FREEP.com. If you're a fan and want to support our quality local journalism, subscribe. Go to freep.com/special offer.